to go ahead and do a crafting video, kind of explain crafting in Marvel Heroes Omega. So I'm gonna walk through some basic stuff that I know about crafting and show how to do some
Watch
basic
yourself,
crafting
Bobby.
on gear,
Every
how to add
vampire you
enhancements
meet
to your
has two
gear, how to
damn
add
ice picks
enhancements
in
to your
his mouth.
artifacts, add mods to your artifacts, and just make things a little bit better. So first thing to explain, okay, these four vendors here help
Aren't
you
you
out
dead?
different ways on
Or was that
artifact,
the last
on
issue?
crafting. The first guy, which is your logistics
I
guy,
think I have what you
he
need.
will sell you stuff that you need to actually craft. Now, you get three things from him, and when you refresh, you get three refreshes. I believe it's like it refreshes every 30 minutes. You get one every 30 minutes. Now, as you're leveling him, it will refresh your count each time, too. And if you can't buy it or you're out of money, you can go over to your engineering division guy.
No.
This
I
guy
always
will
have
allow
time
you to
for
make. You can actually craft the gear you want. So, for example, if you don't have any energized particles and you need some, you can go here and you can actually make it. So if I hold down the craft
They
here,
call me Blade.
I just made
I
5
hunt those
pieces
who
of
feast on
energized particles.
humans.
So each one of these crafts will make you 5 of that item. So, and you'll need different things for different ones, like high-tech fiber, you need bulletproof ceramics, genome. To make genome, you need
You're
biological
not the only one
samples.
around here with ninja
So
training,
different
Psylocke.
ones need different things. So keep aware of that. And sometimes, like for example, with this one, I don't know my fault, on the fiber, it needs. Let's say you have a thing that you need to craft that requires 50 genome and 50 high-tech fiber. To make fiber, you need genome. To make genome, you need biologicals. So you gotta be careful so you don't use up all your genomes making your fibers. So it's kind of like one of those things is you gotta make sure you're set on both sides. So that's that guy. And this guy also does a lot more, and I'll go into it here in a minute.
But I'm sure they're fine.
The next person is your research and development. This
Never thought
person's
I'd get to meet
good
you.
if you want to level up your people. Each one of them has level
They
3s
take
that
a
give you
stake to the chest
50,000
before
XP
talking to
for that
Deadpool another
particular
second.
person. So for these 3 over here. Your
We have a
science
bit of a
division, this is
problem
where
on
you'll
our
come and
hands.
do all your mods and most of your crafting. So before I start, let me put one more thing out there. It's best to go ahead and max out all the levels on all the vendors. That way with maxed out, you
Of
making
course I
sure
have
you
what
are
you
seeing
need.
everything they offer. Because if you only have
Yeah, but
level
does your
10, you
mind
won't be able
just
to
live
craft
in
or
the gutter?
mod much items because they're locked at level 20. I believe if you look at it, okay, it does not say. If that was only like level 1, it might say it'll have a lock on there saying unlocks at level 20. It won't allow me to make it until I get to a certain level. And with those maxed out, I would also say wait until you're level 60. Because you don't want to make a level 20 artifact. It'll be useless in 5 or 6 levels. So wait till you're level 60. Wait till you have Cosmic unlocked. And wait until you have all 3 of these maxed out on their levels. So first, I'm going to show you how to do
Glad you can
a
make it.
basic upgrade to a piece of gear. So let's look and we'll do, let's look for an easy one. One that's not too expensive. Because when you look at these, you'll see ones that will require a modification installation kit. The mod kits you get from your
How can I help you
logistics
today?
guy, and they cost 100 legendary
hexing me
marks.
up none.
Not G's, not credits, but legendary marks. The weird ones that you get from missions and dupes and certain items you do. So, back to this
We
person.
can use your help.
So we'll go over to not artifact, but enhancements. And we'll scroll down to something that's ridiculously easy. Make sure we find one. So each one of these, as you can tell also, does a different thing. You'll see ones that's just for weapons, for accessories, for utilities, different items. So target assist. So I have all the components. So to add this item, target assist, give me a second, I'll go back to it real quick. This is going to add 20 to 50 critical hit rating based on item level. So if it's a super heroic, it may only give you 40. But if it's cosmic, you will get the 50. If it's a cosmic item. So this is going to add 50 crit rating to any weapon or accessory of super heroic or higher. So let me pull out a weapon or accessory from my personal inventory. So my weapon, I don't have anything on my weapon, so I'm gonna pull it out. I'm gonna unequip it. I'm gonna go back to her.
I guess you'll have to do.
I'm gonna go back to target assist them. The reason I'm picking this one, because if you look at what's required, it doesn't require anything that requires G's or legendary marks. So I click it, and I look at what's needed. Okay, let's start from the bottom. High-tech fiber. The number on the right is what is needed. The number on the left is what you have. So I'm good on that. Enhanced genome, I have more than I need. Biological, I have more than I need, so I'm good there. Same with mechanical components and spare parts. So now I just select it, it moves it over there for me. So now I can craft it by just holding down the square. So now you look at it, I have an extra 50 critical hit rating on that item. Now don't do a craft again on these because it will only give you 50 crit again. It's not going to add to it. Any crafting you do, any modding, enhancements, upgrades, it does replace the current item that you have on there. So if I use that same sword that I have, and I go to, let's find one real quick. If I can find one. Some of these are, you gotta scroll through it sometimes. Like here you go, mass, excuse me, mass intensifier. If you read it, it goes, adds the mass intensifier enhancement to any weapon or accessory item of super heroic or higher rarity, replacing any existing enhancements already on the item. Meaning it doesn't matter what you have there, as long as it doesn't matter what you have there, because it will replace whatever's there. So yes, that also means if you do use one with a mod kit required, and you do this, you will lose that mod kit permanently. So if you think about it, you use a mod kit, boom, then you do this, you just wasted 100 marks. And who knows how much money in gear. So those are the basic ones, the really simplistic ones.
Damn!
And this is just gear. I mean, it tells you exactly what it's going to give you and how much you're going to get from it. So if I do stabilized, it will give me crit hit, brutal hit, strike, critical damage, brutal damage, and damage rating to energy powers. But if you look at what's required, it requires a mod kit. A mod kit is the one that costs 100 legendary marks. So only do these if you know you want them. So let me go ahead and back out of that. Go back to my inventory here. I'm going to re-equip it. And now we're going to do... Okay. Let me go grab a new artifact. I'll do the artifact one next. So I'm going to go and I'm just going to grab one of my artifacts here. Let's grab this. Yeah, let's grab this this gem of the cursed. So it will allow you to mod. So back to these. Sorry about that. So when modding an artifact, you want to make sure you use a level 60 minimum artifact. And it's best to use an artifact that you know you're going to keep, like a cosmic enhanced artifact. Because you don't want to waste it on a crappy artifact, because it costs 100 legendary marks and you don't want to waste it. So I want to add something good on here. I'm probably going to use this for one of my other characters. So, right here. I use a character named Magic a lot. And this gives me summoned ally damage and brutal strike rating. So, I'm going to select it. So, everything that's needed, mod kit, spare parts, all this good stuff, and any artifact. So, I put my cosmically enhanced Curse of the Gem. And I'm going to craft it. Boom. So what this did for me was on top of what's already there, down here on the orange, that's what it gave me. It gave me 300 damage rating to summon powers and 200 brutal strike rating. Not bad. It's a pretty good little artifact, and if you look at it on here, everywhere you see the orange, it tells you exactly what mod you put and what it gives you. And I can put that on any character I want. Let me jump over to magic here.
Though I rule a barren wasteland,
So I jump over to
perhaps
magic.
I can
I go
save
to
this
her
place
gear.
from its fate.
And I'm going to replace it with a cosmically enhanced artifact. So boom, boom. Now that's on my magic. So if you look, also, the colors of the artifact changes when you mod them, so you know if it's modded or not. Oh, let me put the mod one back on there. Okay, so that's modding them, and then let me show you something cool that I like personally, because this one, if I can get to it, this one I've used the most. It's when you re-roll the Cosmic Edition.
Better make sure not to leave any of them out.
At a piece of gear, this one right here. So this is everything's given me, but you see that cosmic item, dashes, reflex, enemy projectiles. I don't like that. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna unequip it. You wouldn't have to
be Avengers if you struck first.
Then I'm gonna go over to this lady. I'm gonna move on over to miscellaneous. So if you look through these, dimensionally shift, reconstruct, reconstruct, reconstruct. What these do, these change the cosmic feature of it. So we're gonna go to medallion ring, artifact, armor, weapon armor. That's what I want. So I'm gonna put my sword in there, and you see everything. It's also needed, but no mod kit. Awesome. But before I start that, let me show you what it gives me one more time. So that's what it's giving me. Dashing reflects enemy projectiles. Additionally, any targets directly hit by your dash power will be sent flying backwards. I don't like that. So,
I'll tell you what I know.
Back to enhancement, miscellaneous, weapons, throw my sword on there, and let's craft. I'll hold it down again.
I'm a half-breed.
Now,
a daywalker.
It tells me I now have a 6% chance when you hit to summon that demon that fights alongside you for 30 seconds. So this could be anything from, you know, this to, let me show you some of the other ones I've gotten it to. So on the medallions, it's the green lettering. On gear, it's the yellow lettering. On the ring, it changes the green and the yellow. On the artifacts, it only changes what's yellow. Okay, it only changes the yellow option, not the white or the orange. So, let me see if there's anything else.
We have a bit of a problem on our hands.
On crafting. Also on that same screen is the magical unbind. The Matrix of Unbinding. That's the one that requires real money. You actually have to pay real money for a Matrix of Unbinding. Okay. Now, let's walk over here real quick and show you something that this guy has. I'll come back to it.
Yet,
so this one allows you to actually construct gear from that particular era, that age. So you can construct superheroic gear. You can construct oh, what's up, Trey? Alright, you can always just reverse it, like rewind, pull it back to the beginning and watch it from beginning if you want. But right here, you construct all these gears. I did this when I was at a lower age. When I hit like level 20 or even level 11, I would come here and construct my own superheroic gear. So when I went to did the trials, heroic and superheroic, I would be rolling with superheroic gear. So that's the gear. And then artifacts. You can build your own artifacts also. So you can build different types of artifacts that give you something little, but these are best to roll when you're low age, low era, because these artifacts are not that great.
Deadpool,
come on, they say
you want to start a bloodbath?
As we know, if it ain't Hydra, it's not good. Come on, Hell Hydra, right? So I mean, Hydra is shield. Shield means it probably breaks within 10 minutes. So weapons and armor, subcomponents where you can build your stuff if you want to make it, artifacts, that's that person, This
Please don't
guy
handle the
sells you
supplies.
everything you need to actually do the crafting. Alright. See these technical readouts here? These things right here, these orange ones? I think there's another one on here. There is not, because I bought it. These are the ones that's required over here on this
How
lady.
can shield help?
So when you look at them, that's what they require. I wonder if I have any to show you what it actually does. You know what? Let me
Does
buy
that
some
Nova
supply.
Core
and I'll
helmet
show you what
defend
that
against
does.
telepathy? Because I have a theory about Magneto's helmet I'd like to confirm.
So I'm gonna buy these suppliers real quick and actually just show you what they do. So let me run over here back to
Nice
this
to
lady.
be working with you.
Is it this one? Nope. Is it this one? Nope. Is it this one? Yep. Okay. So this one, it's cost 40,000, but I have more than it. So if I craft this with using the suppliers, I get this level 3 logistics thing. I back out of this, and I go to my supplies over here, and I have a box. I can open this box, and it gives me schematic data. Okay. That's what's needed. That's what I actually used. Then it gave me some spare parts, and it gave me a report. It can be 3 items. I've seen it be like 11 items, where it just gives you a whole lot of gear. So what I'll do now is, since I crashed
My
that
mom
in,
was a
I'll come over
mutant
here,
and an Avenger.
research.
I
Here's
want
my
to honor her
research,
by being the
and
best
it
of
just
both
gives me
worlds.
50,000 XP on my logistics person. So that's what that does. That just helps you level up these people if you get a lot of those technical readouts, suppliers, and whatever the other one is. So just to
Glad
recap,
you
this
can make
lady,
it.
this is where you mod your artifacts. This is what's needed. To mod an artifact, you do need a mod kit, and it costs 100 legendary marks. And in case you didn't know, legendary marks, you get those from legendary missions, you get them from dupes. If you buy the currency boost, you'll get an
You
extra
look like you have
5
your hands full,
legendary
Doc.
marks from
Want me to slay some
bosses
demons for you?
and dupes
You can
and
pay me
legendary
under
missions.
the
You
table.
get extra. So every time you kill a boss, boom, 5 leg marks. And then this is where you want to enhance your gear. Half the gear can be enhanced without a mod kit, and the other half of the gear will be you will need a mod kit. Miscellaneous, this is where you re-roll the cosmic additions on items, and unbind where you break the binding of an artifact or piece of item. Like let's say you're using the Gem of the Cursed on one character, but you want to use them on another character. This is what you'll use, is a unbind. So you'll actually come here and you will unbind an item. So if you select this here, see how this is locked. That means only that person can use it. So if I use the matrix, I don't want to use it, but by using the matrix of unbinding, it will unbind that artifact so I can put it on a different
We can use your
different
help.
person. And that's all that's in there. And let me show you some of the mods I've done. So for this one, the Ziggurat of Cargill, I added a damage rating, melee powers, and brutal strike. For the Sentinel, I added 200 brutal strike and 300 damage rating to melee. For my Gem of the Cursed, or Cursed of the... My modified cosmically enhanced Gem of the Cursed, I added 200 brute, 300 damage to melee. Oh wow, someone gave me a thumbs down. Whatever. Alright, so, you know, that's pretty much it. You can put these on almost
I don't
anybody,
even
so
wanna think
you'll be
about
good.
it.
It's all good. Everything works out pretty good. I mean, I'm not an expert, but that's pretty much what I've came up with myself on how to craft. So if you got something better, let me know. And if you got any questions, let me know. Thank you, and rock and roll, Wolfpack.